welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you today. So pull up a chair and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. A big welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. A big welcome to all of my new subscribers. And if you've just stumbled across the channel for the very first time, we would like to welcome you as well. I do offer a chance to win a free reading for my subscribers as a thank you for your presence here. And all you have to do if you enjoy this content is drop your comment below for your chance to win. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so that if I notify you as the winner, we can get the ball rolling. And I do notify you via the comment section, but I give you clear indications on how to reach out to me to get that ball rolling. But welcome to the Tarot Cottage. Today's pick a card topic is about the next 30 days and what you can expect in a particular love a relationship or a connection on your mind, but just in general as well. What can you expect in the next 30 days? Specifically, we're going to look at the connection on your mind. What action will they take? But what can you expect in your love realm in the next 30 days as well? So we do have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 here with the pink heart and the Knight of Swords. Pile number 2 with the white flower and the 6 of Wands. And pile number 3 with the orange flower and the King of Cups. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting from Spirit, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about the next 30 days in love. What can you expect from the person on your mind and in general? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You are drawn to the pink heart. You're also drawn to the Knight of Swords, and this is your reading. What can you expect in the next 30 days from the person on your mind and in love in general? The Knight of Swords, there's a lot of defensive energy that I'm feeling from this person. I'm even noticing that their legs are crossed here too. I feel like this person has it's like they always know what to say, or they have an answer for everything. I just feel like they're someone who can think very quickly on their feet. There could also be a defensive energy that's coming through here too as well, where they are charging down with one perspective, and you perhaps have an alternate perspective to offer them if they would just slow down to take a look at the connection itself. There is an emphasis on the heart space here, so you could be feeling really connected to this person, or there could be an emphasis on their heart space and how it almost needs more attention. Because I feel like this person is not giving as much attention to their own heart space or their own needs that they really need to. But let's take a look over the next 30 days. This could also indicate action. The Knight of Swords is a movement-oriented knight. This could also include action. So what to expect over the next 30 days in love, specifically from the person on your mind at this moment. We do have the Queen of Cups coming in on the floor. And she is in the reversal right now. I'm using the Pulp Tarot for you to begin this reading. We have the 7 of Wands. I do feel as though the Divine Feminine in this connection has definitely done more legwork or more emotional work in this connection up to this point. We have the Fool. We have the Empress. What to expect over the next 30 days in love from the person on your mind? Just saw the 7 of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Oop, we have the Ace of Cups. Back of the deck we have the Page of Wands, and we do have the High Priestess. I just want to peek underneath her. There's the Page of Swords. So let's clarify this message. What to expect over the next 30 days when it comes to the person on your mind or in love in general. We have the Hanged Man. King of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. Now, what I'm really feeling is that I feel as though the Divine Feminine has done a lot of the work, as I said, and there is a feeling of insecurity because you've done so much of the work and maybe you haven't felt like it has been reciprocated enough. And so I do feel like over the next 30 days, you drawing backwards a little bit. It's like you pulling your energy back and relaxing in your position a little bit more. This feels risky to you. It almost feels like a strategy. It feels like we're strategizing where we're saying, okay, I've been putting all the effort in. I've been the one reaching out. I'm putting in all this work. I'm not doing that this month. I'm going to pull back. Even if it's challenging for me and it's hard for me not to reach out or not to do all of the work here, I'm going to pull back because I feel like the Empress is really focusing on herself over the next 30 days. And the truth is that this becomes noticeable to the person on your mind. They start to get defensive about that because they could be used to a certain amount of momentum. And now, because of the change in you over the next 30 days, they're starting to see a shift and feel that shift and the adjustment within themselves. It's like they have to adjust, otherwise they might miss out on an opportunity. Because they're even showing this dog, and they're showing it, I think it's supposed to be a hound, of course, but they're showing me like the basset hound. And they're showing me like the basset hound tripping over those big long ears. It's like somebody who does have intentions, but it's like they operate off of a specific focus when it comes to relationships. It's like they have a rule book they feel like they have to follow. And that's just a defense mechanism. It's like if they feel like if they follow all the rules, they don't have to worry about getting hurt. But this is just a defense mechanism. So you are representing adjustments that have to be made because you're not playing those games. You've been doing a lot of the work. It's been making you feel insecure. It's been making you feel like your hands are tied and you're just waiting for a response. So for the next 30 days, I feel like you're pulling back your energy a little bit and just sort of relaxing into your position because you don't chase, you attract every good thing. And then we start to feel the insecurity kind of get welled up a little bit more in the person on your mind. Yeah, we have the Page of Swords coming out sideways. I'm going to put it upright just for ease of execution. But it's like they're watching and there's an education waiting for them. Like there's this education that's coming in here. Because they're going to notice a change in you. And as a result, they get inspired to take some type of action. We have the Nine of Cups. And Spirit says that because of your strategy of pulling back and being a little bit more passive than you have been in the past, all of a sudden their insecurity gets ramped up. You can see this person's like holding on to quicksand and they've got their money and they've got it in their hand and they're trying to protect it, the opportunity, what they feel like is valuable. Here we have the Tower, there is the Moon, and there's the Empress. What I love about the next 30 days for you, Pile 1, is that the emphasis isn't even necessarily on the relationship. The emphasis is the struggle that you put forward to recapture your energy and to call it back to yourself. The emphasis is on the change that happens within you. You prepare for this change, and the change that happens within you makes you sort of arrive at a place where you feel more confident, you feel more victorious, and that's your key to success overall. I do feel like an offer comes in within the next 30 days where they start to increase their effort towards you because they do feel like you draw backwards and they notice this. And they start to worry about other people noticing this too. And there's almost this feeling of like a strategy that reaches a conclusion and we feel very satisfied with those results. Because there's something about epiphanies that are coming in here. It's like a reality check of like this person thought they knew you, or they thought they knew what made you tick. They thought they had you, I don't want to say it like this because it sounds so terrible, but they thought they had you where they wanted you, so to speak, where you were pursuing and you were feeling like your heart space was being given over, and maybe there's a little bit of a love creeping in your heart space too, and they could feel that made them feel smug in their position, but you drawing backward flips the tables a little bit. So the tables are turning, and the tables feel like they're turning in the favor of the Divine Feminine, because all of a sudden this decrease in your interest increases theirs, makes them feel thirsty for the attention that maybe they were getting in the past. And this kind of blows the lid off of who they, like the upper hand that they thought that they had. They don't have the upper hand. You have the upper hand. Yeah, it's like it opens up these options. And I feel like even this change in you, even though we have offers that come in, because you're feeling so much more abundant, you start to wonder about options out in the world. You start to be curious about what else is out there for you, because there's the Tower. And there's the frustrating delays. The frustrating delays for you open your eyes to new possibilities. The frustrating delays in your energy shift for them makes them amp up a little bit and increase their efforts. I do feel like this offer, though, does not come in, or the communication does not come in. It comes in online, but doesn't come in until the very tail end of that 30-day period. So you may be sort of anxiously watching the clock, and that's what Spirit doesn't want you to do. That's a part of this struggle for you, is the watch pot that never boils. And so this is going to be the biggest challenge for you over the next 30 days, is to draw your energy back so that you can feel like you are not monopolizing it in that area alone. And it's that very action of you empowering yourself that makes this person question the methods that they've applied to you in this connection in the first place. So I feel like the communication, the offer, I don't feel like it comes into the tail end of that time period, but this is a timeless reading. So whenever you see this reading, you can apply it to 30 days from today. And they are saying that by that point, that frustration and that delay for you might have made you reach a different conclusion about what you want in the future in this connection. But there's still curiosity. I feel like you might still go down that path to see what this has to offer you beyond that point. What to expect over the next 30 days, please, in love with this person. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I also just saw let your friends help you, especially in periods of time when you're feeling like you're struggling, when you're feeling as though you're insecure. Yeah, let your friends help you is coming out as well. So spending time with friends, spending time doing things that just bring you joy, bring you abundance, is a great way to distract yourself from the determination that you're showing ultimately. You have here past life relationship. You have known each other before, and very soon clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And even at the end of that 30-day period, your guides are saying that you still have some decisions that you're going to make about this person. I feel like they increase their efforts because they feel like they're quickly losing the opportunity, but you have shifted a little bit inside. Your perspective, your strength has increased. And so there is further information that you're carrying into that unknown, because you're going into this month or this next 30 days feeling a lack of confidence, but you're ending it feeling all charged up and feeling like you are in charge or you are on top. The tables are turning. You have here lost lands, soul memories. You've done this before. They keep establishing past life connection. This could be past life in this relationship, but also in past lives as well. But all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. And that's what they're saying that you're going to be doing. You're turning your gaze within. You are attaching yourself to your inner authority. And because of that, they feel that separation. They notice that separation, and it makes them want to take the risk and increase their efforts in the situation. But you may be unimpressed by that amount of effort. So you get to decide in the future where this connection is going to go beyond that point. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Advice for pile number 1 in the bowl. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. 2 of Cups coming in the reversal. So they don't feel like the relationship's going to form over the next 30 days. They do feel some like disinterest coming in from you because you're feeling overlooked or because you're feeling like you're putting in all of the legwork here. They are saying that over the next 30 days, we are moving into a deeper understanding about ourselves. We are also, there's a full spectrum that is available to us that's coming in at the tail end of that period of time. This 10 of Cups is like the full spectrum of the rainbow, offering us a light for just a moment. And so the full spectrum's coming in for this Knight of Swords, but it's also coming in for the Divine Feminine, because we do have 2 towers coming in here too. So the epiphany of increasing my efforts, but also the epiphany of like, do I want to make adjustments here and where my focus is lying? Because they showed me the 7 of Cups, which means you could be entertaining offers. You could be entertaining a lot of different options as well. We do have the Wing, looking at things above. We do have a T-Rex. I think of short arms, so close yet so far away. I think of immaturity and little boys and extinction. We also have here the Sacred Heart of Mary, so thorns amidst the roses. I feel like you have a very fragile heart, but don't be deterred by the thorns amidst the roses. We have yellow and blue for the Divine Feminine energy. And they are speaking about fear and they're also applying that fear to the divine masculine as well. We have C, J, and W with that F. We also have here the the Nine of Wands. They're talking about frustrating delays or feeling frustrated, feeling like you're getting exhausted by the weight. That could be the wrench in our plans. But we also have this big skull, which is a symbol of reality, transition, and grief. So ultimately there is a transition that's coming because of this next 30 days and the momentum that it's going to provide for us. There's also a symbol of motherhood coming in the bowl as well. So somebody could be a parent figure. So take that as it resonates to your situation. Okay, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, drop your comment below. Even if you have to come back after the 30 days, I would love to hear your story. Please be sure to hit your notification bell if you would like to be entered for your chance to win a free reading. Be sure to be subscribed as well. Share this video. It helps me to bring you more content. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do try to update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you were drawn to the little white daisy. You were also drawn to the Six of Wands, and this is your reading. What can you expect over the next 30 days when it comes to the person on your mind, but in love in general, over the next 30 days? We have the Six of Wands here, and this is all about victory. Six of Wands is a collaboration that can lead us to victory as well. You can see that their suspenders are off, they're shirtless, so we don't just arrive at the Six of Wands. We have to push through a little bit of obstacles or insecurity to get there. We can't be suspended in fear to achieve our goals here. And with the daisy, I really love the daisy because I always think about they love me not. So uncertainty that could be leading the next 30 days, but the Six of Wands can indicate that we can arrive somewhere. We can achieve some type of victory in this connection. So I'm going to start you out here with the Mystical Moments Tarot. What to expect over the next 30 days in love with this person, specifically Four of Pentacles coming out first. Oh my goodness, they're just flying out. Five of Pentacles. The Two of Wands. The Chariot. And we have the Three of Wands. Back of the deck, we do have the Moon. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now I'm going to clarify as we go forward here. Clarify the Four of Pentacles, please. I feel like this is in a flirtation phase at this moment. You guys could be talking to each other online as well. And I do feel as though over the next 30 days, there could be some frustrating delays when it comes to plans, executing plans maybe falling through or being slowed down. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. The Justice. The Page of Cups. Now you may also be questioning what's going to happen with this person specifically, because there could have been a period where they went silent for you, where you were talking to them, things were going really well, but then all of a sudden they silently fell back, or, you know, they disappeared in some way. And you may kind of be taking that really, really personally in this moment and feeling like this person was intentionally like being mean or cruel to you. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that they are suffering from fears and their own crutches and their own insecurities, and that I almost feel like they're kind of afraid to be in a relationship. Not that they don't recognize that there's something really valuable here. We have the Two of Cups. It's coming in sideways here. Back of the deck is Six of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Now, what I really feel for you here, pile too is the fact that it's not over in 30 days. This connection doesn't just have this 30-day time period where we have to work with and then it's over. I feel as though this connection is going to expand beyond the next 30 days. I do feel though that there could be some what you would perceive as frustrating delays that happen over the next 30 days. I think that there's going to be contact that comes in very soon. If you're not in contact right now, I think it's going to pop up suddenly. And I feel like you are slowly going to have to build up your trust back in that person. I feel like you're kind of going in with some insecurity, or you're going in a little bit guarded with this next cycle with this person. And I feel like it kind of stopped a little bit, or there was a break where you guys weren't talking as much. It may not have been completely ghosted, but we just weren't talking as much. We were really confused. I think the two of you are going to be talking a lot more, and I think you're going to be making plans for more for the future. Because even at the end of the 30 days, we still see expansion, but you're not ready to let it go. We're not quite in a relationship yet. We haven't defined it as a relationship. We aren't calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend. That won't happen perhaps within the next 30 days. But we are sort of at this interesting in-between where we're still expanding, we're still deciding. I feel like you're still deciding about what you want moving forward, but you still want to move things forward. I also feel like because of this little break that may have happened, you may have talked to your friends and family about this, and so now the opinions of other people are swirling through your head. Or even if you haven't talked about this situation, you're wondering what other people would think if, they dropped back on their communication and now they're back again. It's like you're questioning yourself as to, is it smart for me to talk to this person because in the past they've dropped off in their communication and I don't know if I can rely on them. But that's where their confidence and your confidence are both being focused upon here, because their retreat from the conversation, I feel like, was intentional, but it has a lot to do with their insecurity and their lack of confidence and their ability to face changes in their life in a really mature way. It's like sometimes we see exactly what we want, but we run away from it because it's so far out of our comfort zone. So I do feel like the two of you are going to be chatting again. I feel like there's going to be conversations that pop up suddenly out of the blue. And I feel like you're going slowly towards more emotional conversations as well. I feel like you kind of go back and forth between emotional conversations and maybe physical and sexual conversations too. But at the end of that 30 days, I feel like you're still waiting for more confirmation. You're waiting for more exploration. And I feel like you are going into the future in this connection with a little bit more of I feel like your guard is up here with the Queen of Swords. You could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You don't have to be. We have a lot of Libra here though, a lot of Cancer energy. But I feel like the Cancer and Scorpio energy has really been prevalent in the last little while for the collective actually. So we have this Queen of Swords going forward, making the decision about more potential in this connection. But I will also say here, because I'm dealing with the collective energy, I'm reading for a lot of energies that are floating in, so please take them as they resonate and leave behind the ones that do not. They're saying that the disappointment that you may have been feeling could have been very temporary, because they keep bringing me back here to the Nine of Pentacles. They keep bringing me back here to the Ten of Pentacles. This could be setting the stage for way more in the future of this connection specifically. The frustrating delays here that you're experiencing in this moment may be just that, may just be hesitation on the precipice of major change, because there could be a lot more coming. We could be building upon what we began here, extending past that 30-day mark. What to expect over the next 30 days in love. And I feel like it is their fear that makes them hesitate from moving right into a relationship with you. And you're waiting for that. Even at the end of 30 days, you're waiting for that. It says here, you can't go back to yesterday, be in the present, number 44. And so there's going to be a point in your relationship where you're going to have to decide if you're going to let bygones be bygones, let the past fall and die away. Or if you're going to hold on to that past energy and release the connection. But I don't feel like you're going to release the connection. You also have managed to be glad that's showing itself. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. You have here, never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words and not living in the now. And that's what it feels like. Somebody who is, it feels like they intentionally do hold back. And it does feel intentional, but you do take that personally. And so there's a frustration of like, can I trust this person? Can I rely on them moving forward? You go in with concerns overall. And that's why the momentum and listening to the notes of intuition and the momentum towards more in this connection, you start to slow it down. You start to really observe the actions here. Just on nature communication, and says, I want to be a queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, and passing a test overall. And so ultimately, there is, I don't want to use a word like testing because that sounds so manipulative, but the truth is that it's like you're giving them another shot. And they don't, it's not that you're acknowledging or saying to them, this is a test for you, but you're giving them another shot and you're observing very, very closely. Beyond that 30 days, I feel like it continues and you continue to see each other or talk to each other or make plans. But I do feel like you're very cautious going into it. Because I'm just hearing fool me once, shame on me, fool me once, or shame on you, fool me once, shame on me. But it still doesn't feel like it's ending, Pile 2. And to be honest with you, again, this could be the precipice of major change. There's the Ten of Pentacles. We're just going to take small calculated steps to get there. That's all. You can even see the way that he's kind of looking over his shoulders with a suspicious look on his face. Like, I don't know. It's like, I know that confidence is my key to success. And confidence will be this person's key to success, and that's something they struggle with. Is it safe for you to love? Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. This is actually what's plaguing both of you in this connection. That's what caused them to hesitate, perhaps in the beginning of the flirtation. I don't feel that hesitation coming from them in the near future again. I feel the hesitation coming in for you. But we do have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. You may be in the process of that during delays in communication. You may feel called to do that. You may want to explore this connection, but make it clear that you are embracing your independence as you explore this connection. We have free yourself here. It's time to take back control of your life. Back of the deck says, forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. To expect in the next 30 days with this person and in love in general. Karmic relationships, soul growth, conflict, Orion energy. It's like men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So again, I feel a slight separation or frustrating delays that have led up to this moment, and that do influence you and how you view the opportunity moving forward as well. We also have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. So even in your isolation, even in your fear, Spirit says it's very mirrored with this person. Your lack of confidence, very mirrored with this person. That could be why the two of you have been brought together at this time, because we are all mirrors of each other and we're all here called to help each other overcome these hurdles as well. Back of the deck says, lifting the veil, you'll be questioning things. Anything unaligned must go. And that is the job of the Queen of Swords that we saw a little bit earlier as well. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What to expect over the next 30 days in love in general. So you may be extending your lighthearted energy to others as well and flirting with other people, but I feel like there's going to be a revamped energy in this connection on your mind. Here's the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Spirit says that we have this instinct in us that when somebody wrongs us or somebody hurts our feelings, though it's like eye for an eye. It's like I instinctively want to do the exact same thing. When they reach out to me, I want to reject them or act cold and act smug in my position because I'm a collector, and maybe you will be exploring other connections online. Maybe you will be flirting with other people. So when the communication comes in, you are going to be maybe unimpressed by it or kind of meet them with a cold front a little bit too. So that may be how you feel triggered or how you feel compelled to react when they do reach out. But they're also saying that you're going to kind of feel smug with the fact that they are reaching out and that they're still interested as well. We do have unfinished business here with the World. We also have here, what is it? The Eight of Pentacles, and somebody who has to put in the effort. There's a benchmark of success versus failure that's coming in this connection. We have a wrench in our plans, and it's the fear perhaps from the divine masculine, or the emotions as well. We also have the pineapple and the transformation of the butterfly, and I always think of swingers. It's like swinging energy and reunions. So there could be other people involved from your end, their end. Maybe it's not exclusive at this time. We have N. We also have the T-Rex that was in the first bowl as well, in pile 1. There may be a message waiting there for you. But the T-Rex is all about, you know, I think of extinction, and I think about little boys. We have Leo energy in the bowl. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the orange flower and to the King of Cups, and this is your reading. What can you expect from the person on your mind over the next 30 days in love? And what can you expect in love in general? Now, the King of Cups here could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I got this energy of like love bombing perhaps as well. And they were singing me that song, Something in the Orange Tells Me We're Not Done. So there's something here about maybe a resurgence of love over the next 30 days or an increase of effort perhaps here. But let's take a look and see. I'm using the Dark Woods Tarot for you today. Pile number 1, your first card, or pile number 3, your first card is the Nine of Pentacles. Over the next 30 days, what can you expect in love in general, but also from the person specifically on your mind? We have the Death energy with the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. Judgment. The Emperor. We also have the Three of Swords, and we have the Six of Swords coming out as well, with the Page of Cups. Oh my goodness. Now, this feels like a very complicated situation, if I'm honest with you. And they keep playing me that song, Something in the Orange Tells Me We're Not Done. And yet I feel like this person has a very complicated situation, or you have a very complicated situation associated with your love realm right now, or with this person specifically. But I also feel like this person does feel a very strong, intense emotion towards you. I feel like they feel all emotions intensely, to be honest with you. We have a lot of Aries energy here today. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well. But I feel like if there has been some type of separation, or in the very least, if this is a connection that feels out of bounds or not available to us, this person is spending a lot of time over the next 30 days reflecting on what they have to do. And they know they have to take a stand, but they're so stubborn when it comes to timing and when it comes to preparing. It's like they want, and it sounds terrible, but they want everything to come easily to them. And we all want everything to come easily to us, but unfortunately that's not the way that this practical realm works. Because they're showing me the tarantula, and the tarantula just makes a burrow in the ground, and it just sits in the doorway and waits for good things to come along. And it doesn't, it sort of just reaches out and grabs it as it comes along. But they're associating it with the Three of Swords. And there could be disappointment here waiting for you over the next 30 days because of a lack of actual momentum and action here, despite the desire for them to come forward. Because it feels like this person can't let go. But the reason they can't let go is supposed to inspire change and action to them or for them, and yet every time they get the inspiration towards change that pops up out of the blue, they ignore it or they push it aside because it's hard or it's too challenging. It's easier to watch and not do. I feel like this person watches you a lot, actually. They could be watching you online. They could also be working with you. There's an aspect here about distraction in the work realm. Now, this could just be them being distracted by thoughts of you in the work realm, but there could also be a connection there. So please take the messages as they resonate. You represent a very strong temptation towards this person, and they definitely care a lot about you, but they're trying to weigh logical reasoning against their true heart space. And they're in conflict because of it. It's not that they're not inspired to take action over the next 30 days. It's that the inspiration gets met with realization about what is I'm going to be facing, the consequences I might face, what's going to happen to me if I do. Feels like a very strong crush situation here right now. Queen of Pentacles. And we've got a lot of queens here. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, the Six of Wands. And I do feel like this person is wearing a mask. Again, they keep referencing the work realm and wearing a mask within their work realm too. I can't deny that this person could have an attachment, or there could be an attachment on your end. It could be flipped. But I feel like there is a distinctive difference between these two queens. And sometimes they do embody the same energy, but I feel a very distinct difference between these two queens. And there's motherhood associated with this end. And I feel like over the next 30 days, unfortunately, pile 3, you may be kept waiting for physical progress in this connection. Not because there's not a lot swirling around in energy behind the scenes, but because this person needs to take a stand and it's easier for them not to. At least it's physically easier. It may not be energetically easier. And they're very stubborn when it comes to attachments, dependencies, things of that nature. So they may take a very passive approach towards you. This may be something that you really internalize. But the truth is, Spirit's like, you're still the focus here. You may be kept waiting, but you can see here with the Nine of Pentacles, what they're looking at and how they see you is very abundant. They think you're gorgeous. But she's also dressed like a devil. So there's like this temptation and sexual energy and desire and want. But then they weigh it against their logic. And their logic, and the ego can use logic against us. It can sound very reasonable to tell ourselves to stay put in an environment that maybe isn't as exciting or fulfilling or abundant for reasons A, B, and C, usually very practical reasons. That sounds very logical. And that sometimes works to keep us in a complacent sort of comfort zone. But these are the hurdles within our ascension. So I do feel like this person is going to be emotionally pulled in different directions, and they're not going to reveal to you in physical actions what they really want. There could be communication that comes in over the next 30 days. The two of you may discuss things, may discuss the truth. They are thinking about that. They're thinking about taking a stand and expressing how they feel, but they may not take any physical action towards you over the next 30 days. And they're talking, I just heard familiar. It's like this could be sort of a loop or a karmic loop that you have found yourself in with this person, of just observing their hesitation to end a cycle. Despite that, your influence, and they just said Princess in the P, so it's like something that really grinds your gears or really frustrates you. We have here a moment's regret, nostalgia. They're idolizing the past, fearing they've made a mistake. Here with the 16 of the Tower, it wanted to come in reverse. So I feel like they are avoiding transition or avoiding upheaval over the next 30 days. We have mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. And there's an emphasis on the death cycle and how time waits for no one. And ultimately, here it says life is brief. And so if timing is an issue, or if this person delays too long, you may not be available for further opportunities, for further energy in this connection. We have do not drink poison, do not do things you know that are bad for you. And it's not that they are not tempted. They are very much tempted to end cycles, to make adjustments, but they are afraid of how it's going to affect them. How, if this will blow up in their face and your face and everyone's face, how will they keep themselves protected? So let's ask Spirit, what can pile 3 expect in their love realm in general, aside from this person? We have the 9 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. And look at the timepiece in the center of that wheel. And honestly, I'm just getting this sense of like, the truth is that I feel like you don't necessarily need this person's attention. Like, there are lots of options waiting in the wings for you. I do feel as though you hold your perhaps focus towards this person over the next 30 days, but I feel like your frustration starts to eat away at you. And ultimately, if this continues and persists, I feel like you almost feel like you have no choice but to explore other options. If they continue to falter and delay, it's like they're pushing you to a decision where your focus is going to shift, because I feel like you've already communicated or expressed yourself in some way about what you want, but there's a karmic placement here at play. And so there could be a new relationship waiting for you beyond this 30 days, but Spirit says it comes after a transition of reality, perhaps release as well. This person does have intentions. I don't want to deny that their intentions are here, but this skull, the death cycle, is critical to create their intentions, and that's where they're delaying. You may be kept waiting for that. And so in your delay, you may steer your direction or your gaze in another direction overall. But I do feel like for the next 30 days, your focus is on this person. And your focus is on independence. There could be a physical component to your relationship here. We have let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally in the way that it's supposed to. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance, but this could be a factor for you over the next 30 days. And they just highlighted this person on this boat by themselves. And normally the Six of Swords will showcase 2 people on the boat or 3 people on the boat even traveling across the water. And so this is really indicating perhaps a lack of clarity, a lack of closure in the connection itself. We do have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And I often see this card as someone who may be stuck in a karmic union or feeling like they're stuck in a karmic union. There may not be a lot of emotional attachment there, but there could be a lot of cultural or spiritual expectations that keep them in that environment. Over the next 30 days, what to expect in love. We have the Void. It says stop, embrace winter in the great cosmic womb. So in the in-between, if there's not a lot of progress here, Spirit says, first of all, you're both sort of going to be influenced by the same path. You're not alone. You're both going to be influenced by the lack of progress. And so in that void, when we are feeling like there's not a lot of progress being made, we can eliminate the distractions and forge a new path for ourselves. Back of the deck says, seed the light by staying grounded, on the back of that deck. And so ultimately, the attraction that they feel towards you is not going to go anywhere. You can see the light, and all you have to do is just continue being you, continue being the influence and the distraction that you've been. It's going to keep the light burning for this person. What you get to decide to do is what you want to do with that light moving forward, especially if it's delayed, if it's continued to be delayed because someone's fearful of creating upheaval or permanent change in their situation. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice in the bowl for pile number 3. King of Wands just doesn't feel confident or ready for change. That's a weakness in this person, and they're letting the stress and the fear of disappointing others disappoint them. This is going to create sort of a lack of clarity and maybe even a stress response within you. And Spirit is indicating that that's part of your temperance. So whenever the work that we have to do now is how we relate to that stress and the lack of momentum and effort coming in from this person. But they say that you might still be pretty focused on this person within the next 30 days. You might start to decide to extend your energy and move into a new relationship beyond that 30-day period. We do have a glass half empty mentality here with the measuring cup, V, W, and G. We also have here the rocking horse, I think, of children. We have thou shalt not commit adultery in the bowl from a commandment from the Bible. We have another one here that says, it's kind of all rusty, but it says I am thy Lord, thy God. So I feel a lot of religious focus, or somebody who has a really strong culturally specific religion. We also have masks that are being worn. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day.